Each month I feed my family for just $600 a month. And one way that I'm able to do this is I take 1 week a month and I eat just from the pantry. So we skip the store and we do a pantry challenge. This means that I'm not going to the store, or I'm spending a maximum of just $25 on some minimum things that I need. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And I'm also going to show you some of the meals that we ate on our last pantry challenge when we just came back from a camping trip. So the boys just had some cereal and some Raisin Toast, which I already had in the fridge. And they each had a banana too, not shown. And then for Benjamin, I just heated up some bagel bites that I had in the freezer from one of my meal preps. And we have some leftover strawberries, and he's just going to enjoy those. Here you go. Want some food? Some bagel bites and some strawberries. Poor Benny hurt his foot, so he's just kind of relaxing here on the couch right now. So for the boys' lunches, Julian wants to bring lunch or buy lunch today, which is fine because he has money on his account. But Tommy wants to bring lunch, and luckily I had just the right amount of egg salad left over from camping, and I have some bread left over. I got like half a loaf here, so that's something to consider once I go through everything once the kids leave for school. And then I have a bunch of snacks over here that were for camping that I haven't even unpacked yet, but we'll get those unpacked and I'll actually be able to throw those into his lunch as well. And also he already packed his snacks because I had snack stuff ready. So he packed his applesauce and goldfish. That's pretty much what he has every day now. And I make sure that I'm stocked up on those when they go on sale. So he added an apple to that and he's got a perfect lunch. Also, a fun story, a bear got into our stuff when we were camping. We should have put it back in the car and we didn't. Luckily, he didn't get into this bag of stuff, so we can put extra snacks. But, you can see there's a leaf in there. Camping. Yeah, he smashed this open. Crazy. So, word to the wise, put the food in your car. And I wish I had time to be a better person about breakfast this morning, but as we are going to get everything ready for our full pantry challenge today, I have to run out the door because Ben's foot is hurt. So we're gonna go to the doctor and I'm just gonna grab granola bar, beef stick. We have like one of these left, and then random iced tea that I had. So instead of making coffee, I will have that. He's having some chips. I keep a box with what I call car snacks. And so every few weeks, I refill this up with something. Right now we got pretzels and applesauce, and then over here I just have like random stuff that kids play with, but it's just like one of those car, things. And that way I don't have to worry about car snacks, like stealing them from the kitchen. It's a totally separate situation. So for step one of our pantry challenge, we're gonna inventory our fridge, and I did already take everything out of my cooler and everything, so I know that everything I have in here is exactly what it is. Another thing I'm going to do while I'm in here is just kind of like check what needs to be eaten and how soon, so that I make sure that like something like this bean salad that I just made and some pasta salad, like that's got to be eaten today, and then it's going to go by the wayside because it's going to be the last day for it. And then anything else, like if we're not going to get to this ground beef, like do I need to put that in the freezer? Because even on a pantry challenge like this, I want to make sure that I'm keeping everything that I can keep for myself in the future. Even if I'm not using it, I want to make sure that I'm still freezing it and using it appropriately. So we're going to take a look around in here and come up with some ideas. Maybe I won't have everything for what I need. I do also want to focus in on my condiments because I was going to do those as part of my regular weekly challenges, but because I've been kind of pushing myself lately to be like, all right, let's focus on packets. Like the other week I did my like ranch packets, my Lipton seasonings, and then I did some pasta and some cans. So I really wanted to focus in on these condiments. So let's see what we can do in here. And then also anything that has unfortunately expired, I do want to get rid of. And then down here in the freezer, one thing that I kind of need to do is actually go through and, you know, move things around and reorganize because, you know, it's like anything, unfortunately, at least for me, the stuff doesn't stay organized. I love to organize, and I know that I like to see things organized, but it just doesn't stay like that. It's a constant process. It's a constant work. So it's like, if you feel like, oh, I'm just not an organized person. Well, I mean, maybe some people are always perfect, but to me, it's just something you always have to do, right? You always have to go through the cabinets and check what you have and move things around because it's just, it doesn't stay like that, especially with young kids. Like Look at this, we've got like a few of these bars in here, but the rest of them are laying down here. So we will go through the freezer as well, inventory what I have, and come up with some meal ideas. And for lunches, it's about time. I like to do a 1 month and 1 day meal prep, which is a really cool process that I've kind of come up with a framework for, where you cook every single breakfast and lunch pretty much for the month ahead of time, and then you freeze them. So this is one of those. This is like a burrito bowl that's gonna be pretty good. So I can actually take that out and have that for lunch this week, so we don't really have to do lunch prep. And then just another note, something I've been doing is this barbecue chicken right here. I made a bunch of it in the crock pot, and then we used it for chicken sandwiches, and now I just froze it so that I could reuse it either in another week because we weren't going to have it then. We also have, this isn't labeled, this is before I started labeling everything, label everything, but I do know that this is pulled pork, so lots to eat in here. We'll have to go through this. And then in my pantry, I also wanted to use some of these cans. We've tried our best. I just bought a ton of these garden vegetables. These are good till November, so I don't have to worry about it too much, but they were at Dollar Tree. So if you see those at Dollar Tree, that is such a good deal. That organic pasta sauce like that, it's usually much more expensive. So I'll go through here and double check what I have, think of meal ideas that's going to match with my fridge and my freezer, and also just look at anything that's going to expire. I want to make sure that I do use that if I can. I have some pasta up here, some ramen noodles, even some cake mix for dessert stuff. Up here, nothing too fancy. Again, need to organize. We've got cat food with the food. Just like flour. So if I wanted to bake something, I totally could. We've even got some oatmeal packets. So I might reset what I normally do for breakfast, and we will see. And of course, my snack areas. So I have started putting bigger containers of snacks. This kind of got cleared out a little bit, but I have some stuff still from camping. So I'll be pouring it in here into containers like this. And they do have covers where the kids put them. We don't know. And then I gave them bowls. And this has actually been really helpful as far as keeping our costs down for our snacks, because the kids can just grab what they need and they don't use like the little packaged items. I do have some things, like I have some pistachios over here, some crisp breads, and just a few granola bars and some nut packs. But aside from that, anything that's packaged, I actually keep over in my, in a separate section. So as much as I'd love to be the mom that can like pack snacks in Ziploc bags and whatnot, like it just hasn't happened. So I did decide that we would buy packaged snacks, but that I would keep them in a separate location, because when I kept them together with everything else and I said, hey kids, only eat those for when you put them in your lunchbox, didn't work out so well. They still were eating them, and I still found these like all over the house, which is the worst. So I put them in a completely separate area, like way across the kitchen, and they know that they can come here when it's the morning time and they're supposed to pack their snack. They can also pack their own snack, which is amazing. I've got some granola bars in here, but pretty much every day they will do an applesauce and a goldfish pack. And simplicity is key sometimes. Sometimes I forget that if I give my kids too many options, it creates complete overwhelm and then they don't want anything. So this has worked really well for us. I'm just kind of going over this outside while I'm waiting for the kids on the bus here. But as you come up with your inventory, if you come up with meal ideas, then you just want to get started on that right away. So step 2 is actually to write out meal ideas. But I was seeing that I had some mushroom soup and some diced tomatoes and green chilies. And I was thinking, you know, that makes me think of crock-pot chicken spaghetti. So I am going to write that down. Now, I don't think I have any chicken in my freezer. I have like the chicken thighs, but I don't have chicken breasts. I'm just thinking that I might even use the canned chicken and do like chicken spaghetti with canned chicken and just heat it up. That might be yummy. We're back inside because it's really hot out there. With snacks, I actually separated those school snacks into its own little like part. So you could totally do that if you want to do that. And then I also wanted to note that I put bananas here, or like if I had apples, any fruits that's sitting out on the counter, I put on the pantry inventory part. And then in each part, there's a little area that says need to restock. So if you notice that anything's running low or that you're going to need, this is a great way to get ahead of things for next week when you do go shopping, so that you already have a list getting started. So it's always fun to get the family involved. And the first thing that they chose from my list of possibilities this week was beef and broccoli ramen. So I've got out my ramen. We're gonna cook this up. I've got some ground beef. This was left from this weekend. It actually needs to be eaten today or frozen. So we're gonna cook it up. I'm gonna make enough so that we've got some lunches as well. And then I've got frozen broccoli, and I also have these mini wontons that I bought for some reason a few weeks back, and we never had them. So I feel like this is a really fancy pantry meal, is it fancy? It's ramen, I don't know. I'm excited, and we're just gonna use one of our favorite recipes to make the beef and ramen. Real life, I changed my mind. I'm actually gonna take one of these ramens away because we don't need 4, 3 is fine. And I'm actually gonna put one of these in the freezer because with all the wontons, like, this is plenty of food. So we're just gonna go with the 1 pound of ground beef. But you can always up it if that's what you wanna do. So I'm fitting a lot of stuff on one thing right now. We've got water boiling over here for our ramen. And then over here, can you see it? Yes. We're gonna get our wontons going. So right here, we've got our beef. And this is just going into a wok, and we're gonna brown it. And then once it's brown, we're gonna cook up the ramen noodles for about 3 minutes, drain those off, and then add them in. And then we're gonna add them in with a sauce. The sauce is a couple teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of minced ginger, or you can use ground ginger, but I actually have some fresh, so I'm just gonna grate that right in. A 1/4 cup of rice wine vinegar, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of sugar. And if you have like a beef packet from ramen noodles, you can add that in if you want. And then if you want to kind of thin the sauce out so it has more coverage, you can add a 1/4 cup of water. And then I just microwaved the broccoli according to the package instructions, and we'll add that in once we add everything. I mean, you could order this takeout, it costs like 30 bucks. But instead, we're eating at home, using what we have, and eating something that is delicious. So I found that getting my family involved in the meal plan is super helpful. So I actually brought the meal plan to dinner this night, and they kind of helped me out in picking out what we were going to have, and we had a lot of fun with it. Chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
I think
chicken
what am I going to have? I'm not having chicken nuggets.
You're having chicken nuggets. You have to follow.
I don't have enough chicken nuggets for everybody.
Yes, you do. Daddy, do you want chicken nuggets?
No.
Yes. Oh, he said yes. He said yes.
Is that what I sound like?
Yeah. Mama, do you want chicken nuggets?
No, I don't.
Yarsh.
Mama.
Yes. What's your rating?
Dumpling.
You like the dumplings?
What's your real
What do
rating?
you think of the noodles?
Noodles.
Also good.
No, chicken. What is the rating? The rating is noodles.
And after all that, we have so many leftovers.
Our recording concert still says.
Good thing I didn't make an extra thing of ramen and another thing of beef. All right, I know we don't normally hang out here, but have you ever stopped to think about exactly how much time you spend eating? On average, it's about 67 minutes a day, but it actually makes me feel a little bit embarrassed that my entire channel revolves around eating. It doesn't. It revolves around cooking. It actually takes, unfortunately, quite a bit more time to cook than it does to eat, but I digress. Do you know what we spend most of our time doing? You guessed it. Sleeping. Right here on the mattress. And that's exactly why I am so excited about today's sponsor, Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses that are customized just for you and conveniently shipped right to your door. Let me tell you, getting a mattress up to the 2nd floor of our house the last time we did it was a total disaster. But with Helix, it ships in a convenient, compact box, which makes it so much easier to use. Plus, it ships for free in the US. The thing I love about Helix is how personalized the experience is. They've got a lineup of 20 unique mattresses, including their Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, the Helix Plus for big and tall sleepers, and even the Helix Kids mattress, which is perfect for growing bodies. So here's how it works. Helix has an awesome sleep quiz. It matches your unique body type and sleep preferences with the perfect mattress for you. My husband and I are side sleepers, so we were matched with their most popular mattress, the Midnight Luxe. So we had a memory foam mattress for like 6 years, and this side of it where my husband sleeps actually started to kind of like go in. So when I would be on this side, I'd start like rolling this way, which was awful. So it was definitely time for a new mattress for us. But I'll be honest, I was I was a little nervous and like, we're going from memory foam to the Helix, like what's this gonna be like? And I honestly cannot tell you how amazing my sleep has been. And I can't say it's the mattress, right? But I have TMJ, so like I'll grind at night and then I get jaw pain through here and it like goes through my body, which is really fantastic. But ever since I've had this mattress, I have not had pain in the morning, which is just amazing. Like my body feels so great. Really, really, really happy with it. We've had the mattress for about a month now. I'm totally hooked. There's no way I'm returning it. And that's why I'm so excited to be in this sponsorship, because I feel like it really does help to get someone else's opinion on something that you sleep 8 hours a night on, plus, less, whatever, however you sleep. But I think that it matters to have an opinion, right? And it matters to actually know that something works. And these mattresses are truly amazing. We also got the Glacotex cooling cover. And seriously, I am never hot anymore. Like a hot mattress is the absolute worst. So as I mentioned earlier, the best part, the Helix is delivered right to your door, so you don't have to go shopping at the mattress store. It comes in a compact box and it's super easy to take out of the box, and it just inflates, which is awesome. And it inflates to the full size of the mattress like right then and there. It's wild. So it's super simple to set up yourself. And if you're still not sure, they offer a 100-day sleep trial so that you can test it out and make sure you love it. Plus, their mattresses come with a 10-year warranty, and they have flexible financing options and flexible payment plans. And here's the kicker. Because this video is sponsored by Helix Sleep, they're offering my subscribers, just this month only, 27% off your mattress purchase plus 2 free pillows. This is a discount you won't see anywhere else. Use promo code HelixPartner27 to take advantage of this discount today, and act fast because this promo ends after Labor Day. So the lighting in here is really strange right now, but I'm going to make some egg bites for breakfast coming up here. I'm gonna do it a little different than usual. A lot of times I like to do cottage cheese in mine, but I have this heavy cream, so I'm just gonna use that instead. And I have a bunch of egg whites that I haven't opened, so I'm gonna try to utilize as much of these as I can and then supplement the rest with eggs. We'll cook up the rest of this broccoli just in the microwave, and then I just have what is left of this little pack of real bacon bits, and we'll throw that in there too. Then you just want to spray down your muffin pans. I ended up making a little less than 24 of them with the amount of eggs and milk that I used. And then you want to pour it in almost full, and then we're going to put in the solid food such as the broccoli and then any cheese that you have. So I put about a tablespoon of cheddar, shredded cheddar in each one. You could also easily do these with spinach or peppers and onions, any sort of vegetables that you have in your fridge. So I didn't even have enough of the bacon to put on all of them, but that's fine. And you can call me boring because I always do egg bites, but that's what we like. So I feel like you just got to make the things consistently that you like, and it will really help you to save money in the kitchen. And then just like make adjustments, right? Sticker. Like we didn't have any cottage cheese this time, so we're doing it without. It's just a thing. Uh-oh, I left the pizza stove in the oven. Has that ever happened to you? They're just about done. I'm gonna let them sit in the oven for a few minutes because I've heard that that can help them kind of stay puffy. So we'll just let them hang. They didn't hold their shape that great, but it'll do. So we're also gonna make some energy balls for the kids. I've got a cup of old-fashioned oats, 3/4 a cup of coconut, shredded coconut. This is unsweetened, but you could use sweetened too. A 1/2 cup of peanut butter. You could always use like almond butter, or I used to use sun butter because my 8-year-old used to have an allergy. He grew out of it. 1/2 cup of flaxseed. You can get ground flaxseed pretty inexpensive at like Aldi. And then I just keep it in the refrigerator so it doesn't go bad. About 1/3 a cup of honey. I didn't want to like take out a container and then spray it down. So if you put honey in a measuring cup, it's just gonna stick to the sides. And you can spray it with nonstick spray and then put the honey in, and that's a great way to keep it from doing that, but I didn't feel like it, so we just eyeballed it. About a tablespoon of chia seeds. You can eyeball that too. Teaspoon of vanilla, again, eyeball. And about 1/2 cup of, I'm using craisins. But you could also use chocolate chips. Somehow, some way, I ended up with 2 out of 3 kids that don't like chocolate. I just found out my youngest really doesn't enjoy it. He still tries to eat things with chocolate, but he'll just spit them out. which is exactly what my oldest son, Tommy, used to do. I don't know where I went wrong. Chocolate is delicious. And then you just want to roll them into little balls. You know, it takes a little bit of effort sometimes. My hands got completely covered, but that's okay. They do kind of come together, and then you want to put them in the refrigerator, and that way they will kind of like almost like overnight oats, right? The oats will soften up and they will be a lot better. So I think for the most part, we're gonna be able to stick to our breakfast schedule this week, which is nice. It's Tuesday, so we're doing pancakes and fruit. I actually sliced up some banana. I find that sometimes when the bananas are softer, if I just cut them up, the kids are more apt to eat them versus like taking like a big full, what is, Ben calls it a big banana. It's better to just slice it up if it's. It is having a chocolate pancake for my sheet pan pancakes from the freezer. I just microwaved this for a minute. It's perfect for him. And then that banana. I don't have any blueberry pancakes left, and I could have made some, but I don't hardly have time. So I just gave Tommy some of the cinnamon raisin bread that he loves and some banana. One thing I always like to buy on sale is frozen fruit, and that helps a lot during like a pantry challenge to make sure that we're still eating healthy. So my kids absolutely love frozen wild blueberries. They're great to put inside muffins, inside pancakes, but they just like to eat them like this or even like in a fruit parfait. And then JJ found some of these Uncrustables in the freezer, and that's a perfect snack as well. And we also had some cheese left over from camping, so he enjoyed that. So for dinner tonight, we're gonna do some pork fried rice. I've defrosted this pork, and I've got peas and carrots. I'm just gonna pop these in the microwave. We've got rice cooking. So I ended up just chopping up this pork, and it actually feels a little bit like Mexican flavored. I forgot it's kind of like a carnitas, but I feel like we put some soy sauce in this, no one will know. And maybe it'll be a different type of thing. And then I just chopped up an onion and put that in here too. So we're just gonna saute this until this onion is cooked down. Then we're gonna add the rice and the vegetables that I already put up in the microwave. Add some garlic powder because I don't have fresh garlic, and a bunch of soy sauce, and maybe a little hoisin. We ended up with so much of this rice, and it was so delicious. Like, you could not tell that it was a carnitas at all. I like to serve mine with a little bit of chili crunch, and I even was able to heat up some more of those wontons on the side, and this was a really delightful meal.
Excuse me, teacher? I love fried rice.
Ooh, you can enjoy that?
Yeah.
So this is awesome. I ended up with a bunch of extras, probably maybe like, I'm guessing 3 meal prep containers worth. And I actually already took out, it's 3 lunches worth of burrito bowls, and Dan still has some lunch left over for tomorrow, which means that I can have a burrito bowl tomorrow. He has the leftover ramen. Then Thursday we have a barbecue, so we won't need lunch. That's at Dan's work. And then Friday I still have 2 burrito bowls left. So these are actually all gonna go into the freezer. And now I have 3 days worth of meal prep for the coming weeks. And this actually reminds me that I need to take these chicken thighs out for Friday. And I made extra white rice, so I'm just gonna put this in the freezer so that I have it for future weeks. So last minute, I decided it's Wednesday and I don't really have any frozen waffles, and the kids for some reason hate the waffles I make, which is just not fair. I've tried different things. We haven't figured it out yet, but I have baking mix, and I just made them some quick pancakes. These are blueberry right here. Yeah, a couple of tips for pancakes if you're putting some toppings on it is to actually cover the toppings up, kind of like this, with a little bit of extra. I got a little bit that kind of came off over there, but that's okay. Because when you flip them that way, it doesn't like get all over the pan, because if you don't do that, it just gets everywhere, and you don't want that. And then you also want to wait until you get these little bubbles and holes, because they're kind of what is lifting the pancake, and that will make sure that it's nice and fluffy. What do you think, Benny?
Let's play golf.
Yeah, is it good?
Yes. Let's play golf.
You playing golf?
No. Well, Mama, big one.
So I just pulled out, we had buns left over from last weekend, and still good. I put them in the fridge. And I froze and then defrosted this ground beef. So we're just gonna use this. We're gonna make some smash burgers. Right on the griddle, I've got cheese and a salad kit. Make it super easy. I'm using my favorite burger seasoning. It's gonna be awesome. So to make smash burgers, you just want to put them either on a griddle outside, or I'm actually just using what I use like for pancakes inside. And I find that this is a really great way to make smash burgers. And then you want to make them smaller than you'd make like a regular burger. So I was able to take a pound and make 6 of them, and you flatten them out as much as possible. And then on the other side, I just put some more of that burger seasoning on too and just smashed them all down. And so with a smash burger, you really don't want to cook it to like a medium rare. You're going to end up cooking it all the way through, but you just want it crispy on both sides, and it makes a really, really delicious burger. So we just served it up on a bun with some cheese for some of us and that Caesar salad, and this is a delicious dinner. It just proves that like you don't have to have a fancy dinner every single night. Easy peasy is the way to go. So a few days ago, I grabbed these chicken thighs from the freezer, and I'm just gonna put them in this bag. And I grabbed this marinade from my fridge. This was just, I have like a half of this left, this teriyaki. And so the nice thing about this is it only takes 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna throw the chicken in here and pour the marinade on, and then we're gonna grill it up. And this chicken was something that was on sale. You'll see it was $3.34. It was 99 cents a pound. And so I grabbed it one week as a stock up item that I used my 20% of my budget for. And I just put them right in the freezer. So they're nice and fresh because I froze them right away. And I got the sale price on them. And I just thought, since we're doing teriyaki, my light's broken in here so it's a little dark. I remembered that I have this teriyaki noodles. And I think I'll make these up. And to get some veggies, I'm just gonna add in some, I think I have some broccoli, maybe not. I think I have broccoli. I have peas and carrots. You know what else I wanna add? These baby corns, because I love them. And even though my kids don't wanna eat them, I'll just eat them all. So I just grilled up my chicken thighs for about 10 minutes on each side, but you do want to make sure that the chicken thighs are fully cooked through when you cook them, because those bone-in ones do take a little bit longer. And then I cooked the teriyaki pasta according to package instructions, but I just added in those veggies, and it cooked up quite nice. And this was an absolutely delicious meal, super well-rounded, and it was a great way to kind of end our little pantry challenge. Do not forget to grab your exclusive partner offer of 27% off plus 2 free pillows. Visit HelixSleep.com. Use promo code HelixPartner27 for an exclusive limited time discount of 27% off your mattress purchase plus 2 free pillows.